think it would be an easy read, and that's the reason why I designed it that way. Very graphic, back and front cover, some endorsements and some acknowledgments by some good people, some quotes from Chuck D and some other people inside of the lyrics of Public Enemy. Songs that I did research for, but we don't get the writer's credit for that. Are you following me? So we need to understand that, from the rip, red and black, which is the warrior colors from west coast of Africa. Are you following me? So diving into the particular book, there's various things that I deal with. What I attempted to do in the beginning, I laid out a Bible scripture, which we know a lot of times those spiritual concepts they stole from our people anyway. But it says in Corinthians 13:11, it says, "When I was a child, I spoke as a child, thought like a child, reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up my childish ways." That's at the beginning of the book, letting the people know this is 20 years of conversations and interviews. The man that you see here sitting before you today is not the same individual that I was 20 years ago. Hopefully I've grown into the man that the Creator put in me to be. Are you following me? So I talk about the Obama deception. I talk about occult science, the Illuminati takeover of hip-hop. I talk about dealing with certain subjects, dealing with from an esoteric point of view. Myself and Black Dot dealt with metaphysics. There's a lot of things in the book that I deal with to kind of let people know and give people a well-rounded view of my view. That's why I put interview, not I-N-T-E-R. This is E-N-T-E-R, not the I-N-N-E-R, but this is the E-N-T-E-R, which is you're entering my view. You're standing next to me and you're seeing how I view the world through the eyes of Professor Griff, through the medium of hip-hop, coming from that Black Dot, that point of reference, which was the whole Public Enemy experience.
Okay, brother. Now, what we're trying to do with the Militant Mind Militia, we're trying to break down the walls between the scholarship, the Afrocentric scholars, and the hip-hop generation, primarily, like you did 20 years ago. What advice or what tips or what shout-out or message could you give to the Militant Mind Militia or what you think we should be doing to try to tear down those walls? And what obstacles do you think we might encounter that we have to overcome?
Well, I think from the rip, we need to understand, man, that these people are not playing. They're fighting for their actual survival to exist on the planet. So, of course, we have to deal with racism, white supremacy, in all of its forms. Are you following me? This is no laughing matter. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing had dealt with this particular subject throughout. Very thorough work. The ISIS Papers, The Keys to the Colors, by Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. That's primarily the main thing. The education, economics, the entertainment, the labor law, politics, sex, religion, and war aspects, health aspects. And we need to know and understand that that's just some of the things that we're going to have to deal with. Right now, we're dealing with the cultural entertainment aspect of racism, white supremacy, and we don't want people to get it twisted. So those things that them brothers coming up behind me have to deal with, okay, these are the things that we have to deal with. So I'm saying we need to put together a life curriculum, study this life curriculum in order to even put music together, in order to continue to write books, because we don't want to keep reinventing the wheel. You don't want to have your children have to deal with the same enemy that I dealt with, that you dealt with. We have to lay a strategy for them and say, look, these are the people that we dealt with and how we dealt with them. And we're here to tell the story. So we have to put together a life curriculum, and we have to put together all of that work that those brothers and sisters have laid out for us so we can stand on their shoulders.
Final question, brother. I know you get asked this question millions of times, but as far as the legacy of Professor Griff and Public Enemy, how do you all, because a lot of cats in the hip-hop seems like they don't care how they're going to be remembered in the total scheme of things. They're only thinking for the moment. How would you like Public Enemy, Professor Griff, to be remembered? Not only what you've done in hip-hop, but as far as the black consciousness movement and humanity in general.
Well, you know something, that is a sentence, brother. And we were standing at the grave or the monument that needs to be erected for Public Enemy, including Flavor Flav, including Terminator X, S1Ws, and all of the brothers, Sister Soldier, and all of the brothers and sisters that participated in moving the Public Enemy vehicle into the hearts and minds of the people. I would want people to know that we're revolutionaries, agents for the preservation of black culture. In a nutshell, whatever accolades the individuals are due, so be it. You understand what I'm saying? But those people that were committed to make a change, however we did it, on whatever level we did it on, that's it in a nutshell. Like I said, it's a sentence.
Truth Minister Paul Scott, militantmindmilitia.com. Thank you, Professor Griff, and power to you, brother.